Hey folks, before we jump into the main video, I just wanted to say two things quickly up top. First of all, there are some slight flashing lights in this video. I don't think it's too severe, but there is like a dark area where a light flickers on and off, so if you're sensitive to flashing lights, you should be aware of that. And the second thing is that I just want to acknowledge that this game is partly inspired by the game Anemoyapolis, which I don't believe is released yet, but the trailer looks cool, and yeah, the setting and the vibe of my game are somewhat similar, and that was kind of one of my inspirations. So I just wanted to make that acknowledgement up top. And with that stuff out of the way, let's get into the video proper. Okay, hey everybody, I'm just making this little unscripted impromptu video to talk about my ongoing project in Game Builder Garage. This is still a work in progress. I need to polish up some things in the existing levels and add some new levels, but I just wanted to show off what I have so far. I've already made a previous video when there were only 2 areas to show off. I believe there were only 2 areas in that video. Anyway, I've put quite a bit more work into it since then. So the concept of this game, for those who didn't watch the previous video, is that it is 1998 and it's evening time and you go into a mall, and I wanted to mess around with you know, like liminal space aesthetics as well as some kind of vaporwave inspired aesthetics. It's really more of a game about vibes than it is about gameplay. There is some combat, there is some action, but it's really more about just building environments with interesting vibes. That's what I'm going for. So this is, you know, sunset on a warm summer night, and the mall is closed, as you can see, but when you get closer, oh my goodness, it opens up. And then you're inside. Now this this mall interior area here is actually based on a mall in the city that I live near. This is a simplified version, of course, because this is pretty limited. I can't really fit all the polygons I would need to actually make this a one-to-one recreation of that mall, but I did put like an an unreasonable amount of effort into this pop can. You can see the top there. I'm pretty proud of the sprite work on that. Anyway, yeah, I will probably throw a picture of my local mall on the screen here so you can see the comparison. By the way, I am going to post all of these levels online, so I guess this video is going to be spoilers. There's not really a plot to the game, but it's going to spoil all the areas that exist so far. So if you want to play it first, I'll have my Game Builder Creator ID posted in the description of the video. I'll probably put it up on screen here as well. And you can go play the game yourself if you want, but if you just want to see it, yeah, keep watching. So that text there that has now disappeared told us to find our splash blaster, so that's the water gun I have to go get. These palm trees were fun to make. They're pretty much the same, except one of them bends over a little bit more. But yeah, it's all, you know, had to draw all the pixel art and put it on invisible and intangible boxes, basically. So it's all just pixel art applied to invisible boxes to make all the leaves. So yeah, this again is loosely based on a mall near my place where they have these weird green wire benches like this. Some watches for sale here, another pop can. Also put a lot of effort into, oh, well, I broke that. Box is gonna float, where did, yeah, it just floats away because it's actually an anti-gravity box, I suppose. Here's the cash register that I spent way too much time on. Anyway, let's just move on to the next area. Here's the splash blaster, so you pick that up, and that makes the gate that was there open up, and then you can go on ahead into the atrium. And here we have our first taste of combat. The balloons don't do anything, but, you know, they're just targets you can shoot if you like. So here are the aliens now, because this is the first time you see the aliens. They don't do anything, they just kind of sit there. but defeating them opens up the door to move ahead. So let's go. And now this is the first proper level with combat. Some of the aliens, they don't really move, but some of them are shooting at least. This pool splashes when you jump into it. Although there's some kind of glitch here where the water pixels keep flashing up. I'm not sure why it's doing that. It's not supposed to. It's something I'll have to figure out, I suppose. Oh, and then here's our first boss. So yeah, that's Sky Pool. I put a fair bit of work into making the water actually move a little bit, you know. Put little ladders to get in and out. Of course, the ladders aren't functional. They're just, you know, decorative. Here's the diving board. I wanted to put in a water slide, but that seemed... Oh, well, I actually got up. Putting in a water slide seemed like it would be a lot of work. Oh, let's see if I can actually properly... Yeah, here we go. The blue board really blends in with the water. I should have thought of how that would look from above. Might recolor that. And yeah, here's the hot tub, which, you know, bubbles. Anyway, let's move on ahead. I'm also not so sure that I like this potted plant. I might change the texture on this potted plant. I don't know if this kind of berry bush fits in. I want something more tropical. I don't want it to all just be like palm trees and ferns, but maybe something that feels a bit more tropical than this like berry shrub. Anyway. Okay, the car showroom. Now, these cars, they're based on the car from the tutorial, the racing game tutorial. All I've really done is I've taken the same idea for how to make them steer and accelerate, but I've also now given them the ability to reverse. If they get stuck in a corner, they will eventually reverse. See, he got stuck, and then he turned around. He's going backwards, and then he goes forward again, and then he runs into the wall again. See, they're not the best at avoiding getting stuck, but they can get themselves unstuck. Now, hitting the cars does damage you, because, well, you know, getting hit by a car presumably would. By the way, for those who don't know, your health gauge is displayed on the side of your gun here. Let me just take some damage so you can see. See, if you touch an alien or the balls that the aliens shoot, then your health goes down. But if you pick up an apple, then your health goes back up to green, and if I touch another one, it'll go back up to blue. See? Oh, and then a car hit me. So let's see. Where's that last alien? Was he over here? There's one. Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. Some fireworks go off outside. I'm gonna get out of here before I get killed by these cars. The cars are not killable, you just have to avoid them. And now we're in the Planetarium, which I'm particularly proud of. There's no combat here. This is just a purely vibes-based area where there's very low gravity and you have jetpacks, which you can't see, but you know, you can fly and it makes that little hissing sound. Now there are invisible walls all around. You can't fall out. Let's see, you just kind of get stuck in a corner. Oh, I really got stuck. There we go. It's all good. I made this this little solar system that slowly rotates. One of the planets has a moon. I wish that I could make them rotate at different speeds, but that seemed really complicated, so I just kind of left it as it is here. There's a moon over here, which also slowly rotates. Very slowly. What else? There's another sun, or, you know, a star down here, which also spins. Lots of things just slowly spinning. There's this robot in the corner. It sings if you get close. It doesn't really have any function. Okay, so the gate opened up because 60 seconds passed. That's all you have to do, is just vibe here for 60 seconds and then the gate opens up. So let's move on. Okay, now we're back into more kind of grounded liminal space type stuff. Just I don't know, kind of a grocery store, but kind of more of a general store, I guess. Some apples here. Of course, the apples they're not really necessary because there's no combat in this level. We will get back to fighting aliens, don't worry. But I kind of like just chilling out, you know? This is another little checkout area I've made with the conveyor belt and the screen and this little cash register with very big buttons. Anyway, yeah, so you just walk out when you're done. Or do you? Oh yeah, I should mention there are like some slight flashing lights up ahead. Nothing too severe, like not many flashing lights or nothing flashing too fast, but if that's a problem, yeah, seizure warning, I guess. You can't shoot or jump in this area, and you move very slowly. This is the maximum walking speed here. If you try to shoot, it just makes that sound. And there's our cashier. He doesn't like it when you get close. You can probably also hear the controller vibrating. It just constantly vibrates when you're close to him. He can't hurt you, he's just supposed to be kind of unnerving. Anyway, the toy store. That ought to be a little more upbeat. Okay, now we get back into some good old-fashioned alien shooting. This is a merry-go-round, which rotates very slowly. Very slowly. I might increase the speed on this a little bit. Anyway. Everybody's talking about Fuzzy Wuzzum, only $29.99. Toy of the Summer, 1998. There he goes. All the fun you can handle. Oh, there's a familiar face. It's not so scary now. Anyway, a few more aliens. These ones move around a fair bit. Oh. Yeah, they just kind of rush you. I mean, to be honest, they're just moving randomly. And this was a flashing light I was talking about. There's a few instances of lights that switch on and off in here. Probably not much of a seizure problem, but you know. Rather warn people than not. Come on, this guy's actually really annoying to hit. I've made him a little too fast. Like, he's not much of a threat to you, but he's very hard to hit himself. Oh, I was missing. There we go. Am I missing another alien? I must be missing another alien. Because once you defeat all of them, that... Oh, there he is. And the UFO comes out. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Don't know what was going on there. Now, these balls that he shoots out, they will hurt you, but they're really not much of a threat. They don't, despite how many he's shooting, they never really seem to hit me. So this is not a challenging game by any means. Okay, this is probably the level I'm most proud of because of the way that I simulate water physics, which is pretty rudimentary, but considering how limited this, this software is, I think I did a pretty good job. Let's start by just looking at some of the decor here. I can't make a cone, so this umbrella is just a flat cylinder. But I got this slightly too large beach recliner chair, or like poolside recliner chair. And another identical one, identical other than the color. Got some palm trees. I really enjoy making palm trees in this game. It's fun. And yeah, there's water. This is, I just have to have some white pixels to note where the surface of the water is. And check this out. See? The ball floats on top of the water. There's a fish that swims around under the water. It's just kind of stuck against the wall, but at least it does not... Oh, there he goes. At least it does not come up above the water. I've given it parameters so that it knows not to go above a certain Y position. You see the, oh, did the beach ball get stuck underneath here? Because it's, yeah, it got stuck under there. Because the beach ball is supposed to float, but it just got wedged underneath here. Let's get it out. This is kind of like, there, see, there it goes. This is very much like pool core aesthetics, I guess. Again, the water ripples back and forth slightly, just a little bit of animation there. And yeah, the rubber ducky and the balls, the beach balls, they float on top of the water. They can move around, but they don't go below water. If you do push them underwater, then they float back to the surface and make a splash. So I'm pretty happy with how all of this has worked out. Once you go underwater, see, there's only ambient noise above water, but then once you go under, music starts playing. And then you're very floaty when you're underwater. Made this kind of Greco-Roman bit of architecture here with some seaweed. Making columns is fun for some reason. They just look cool. Very simple, but they give a nice dignified appearance. And that's about it. There are two fish. There's this tuna over here, and then that blue puffer fish, and they both just swim around semi-randomly, but they do have a tendency to get stuck in corners, unfortunately. I mean, that's not a big deal. If I figure out a simple fix to it, then I'll fix it, but it's not really a huge priority, I guess. And then this is the last area in the game so far. Yeah, I plan on adding more levels. I want to do like a food court. That's a nice mall thing. I mean, I'm kind of loose with the mall theming. Like, why am I in this pool? Why was I in an aquarium? Not an aquarium, a planetarium. Like, those things that could be attached to a mall, but it's like kind of a tenuous connection. But I do want to put in a food court and like a sporting goods store and some more typical mall settings. But yeah, that's what I have so far. Thank you all for watching. Oh, and I should mention again that I learned the basics of how to program like a first-person view from a video by another YouTuber. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but I'll put that up on screen. The instructional video that showed me like how to get started with a what am I trying to say? With a first-person camera view and controls and stuff. So yeah, I'll pop that up on screen. So props to that guy for teaching the basics of first-person game design in this software. And yeah, thanks again for watching. And I will make these. I'll upload these levels. And you just start with. This is a mess. I should have scripted this. Holy jeez. I will put my Game Builder Garage creator ID in the description, and you can download these games, and yeah, I will upload more levels as I go. Bye.